Welcome my dear students. So the chapter which we are going to discuss is Nature of Physical World and Measurement. In that we are going to discuss about the physical quantities. So what is meant by physical quantities? The quantities that are measurable are called as physical quantities. So which all quantities we can measure, they are called as physical quantities. And these physical quantities are divided into two. One is the fundamental quantity and the other one is the derived quantities. So first of all, what is meant by fundamental quantity? Fundamental, from the name itself we can say fundamental means it's basic. Okay, so basic quantities, the basic quantities are called as fundamental quantities. So these fundamental quantities, they are independent of each other. So it is independent. So it does not depend on any other physical quantity. Suppose for example, if you consider length, if we want to measure length, we need only the length. Okay, we doesn't need any other physical quantity just like mass, time and all. So this quantity is independent of other physical quantity. So this quantity is called as fundamental quantity. That does not depend on any other quantity. Some examples of fundamental quantities are length. The second one is mass, time. Fourth one is temperature. Electric current. Luminous intensity. And then amount of substance. Amount of substance. So these are some of the examples of fundamental quantities. So what are they? Length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity and then amount of substance. Okay, next we can see about derived quantities. What are derived quantities? So derived, from the name itself we can say it is derived from something. Okay, so we are getting it from something. So here the derived quantities are derived from these fundamental quantities. So we are calling it as derived quantities. For example, area, volume, velocity, acceleration, force. These are some of the examples of derived quantities. We can say more like pressure, density. So many derived quantities are there. So for example, if you take this area, length into breadth. Okay, length into breadth. So this area is derived from this fundamental quantity length. Breadth also is a length, right? So here this area is derived from the fundamental quantity. So we are calling area as a derived quantity. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about units. What are units? Okay, suppose if I consider a rod, okay, which is 1 meter in length. Okay, a rod is taken and that rod I am measuring it as 1 meter. Here this meter is called as unit. Meter is called as unit. Okay, so this unit meter, if I measure, it is 1 meter, and if you measure also it should be 1 meter, and if anyone in the world measures it should be 1 meter. So it is universally accepted. So that unit should be universally accepted by all. So that is called, that standard quantity is called as unit. Okay, that standard which is universally accepted by all is called as unit. Here meter is the unit. So for the units in which the fundamental quantities are measured are called as fundamental units. Okay, the units in which the derived quantities are measured are called as derived units. So here length, what is the unit for length? Standard unit for length. The standard unit for length is meter. The unit for mass is kilogram. And for time it is second. For temperature, temperature is measured in Kelvin. Electric current, ampere. Luminous intensity, it is the intensity of a light source and it is measured in terms of candela, CD. Okay, luminous intensity, candela. Amount of substance, that is the number of particles present in a substance. It is measured in terms of mole. The unit is mole. You'll say 1 mole, 2 moles like that, no? So the amount of substance, the unit is mole. So length, the unit is meter, mass, kilogram, time, the unit is second, temperature, the unit is Kelvin, electric current, it's ampere, luminous intensity, it's candela, amount of substance, it is mole. Okay, so next comes the derived units. The derived units are derived from the fundamental units. Okay, so now we are going to find out what is the unit for this area. So area, we are written it is length into breadth. Okay, so what is the unit for length? Length it is meter into, for breadth it is again meter. So it is meter square. So what is the unit for area? It is meter square. Okay, for volume, what is the formula for volume? Length into breadth into height. Okay, so length into breadth into height. So it is meter into meter into meter. So it is meter cube. So next is velocity. Velocity is equal to displacement by time, rate of change of displacement. So it is displacement by time. So displacement, for displacement it is meter per and for time it is second. So it is meter per second, or we can write it as m s power minus 1. So in the denominator it is s power 1 plus 1. When it comes to the numerator it becomes m s power minus 1. Okay. So next is acceleration. What is the formula for acceleration? Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. So it is velocity by time. Velocity by time. So for velocity we already found it is m s power minus 1 by time s. So this s comes up, so it becomes m s power minus 2. So the formula for force is mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. So this will be mass, it is kg, and the unit for acceleration is ms power minus 2. So these units are the derived units. These units we have derived from these fundamental units, so they are called as derived units. Next we are going to see about the different types of measurement systems. What are the different types of measurement systems? So first one is Fps system. Fps system. So in this system, the length is measured in terms of foot. Okay, the length is measured in foot. The mass is measured in pound. And the time is measured in seconds. So you can remember the first letter FPS. So foot, pound, and then second. Okay, so for measuring length in this FPS system they use foot, for measuring mass it's pound, and for measuring time it's second. And the second system is known as Cgs system. Cgs system. In this system, length is measured in centimeter. Length is measured in centimeter. Mass is measured in gram. And then time is measured in second. Okay. So CGS, CGS. C for centimeter, length is measured in centimeter, mass is measured in gram, and time is measured in second. And the third system is known as MKS system. So in this system, length is measured in meter, mass is measured in kilogram, and time is measured in second. So MKS. Okay, length in meter, mass in kilogram, and time in second. So it's called as MKS system, and this system is internationally accepted by all. So this MKS system is also called as SI system of units. Okay, system international. So internationally it is accepted by all, so we call it as SI system of units. So these are the three system of measurement. First one is the FPS system, CGS system, and the MK system. Hope you all like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.